Welcome to the Man Cave, everybody. I'm Raphael Leah.
And I'm John Jackson. Thanks for watching us today. We're going to be talking about the NBA and the NHL playoffs because it's in full swing now.
Yeah, we're coming in late with this show, Friday show, but that doesn't change what's going on in sports. Sports does not wait for the Man Cave. The NHL playoffs, the NBA playoffs, both in full swing. So let's start with the NHL playoffs.
Yeah, sure. So we got some interesting games. A lot of games that went into overtime.
A lot of close games, close call games, which is what I love about the NHL. I've been on this rant before about how the NHL playoffs are top notch, but it's really living up to
it. To prove the point, there's been 6 overtime games in round 2 now.
That's incredible. That's incredible. How many games have we gotten through now? That's a good percent of the games. That's great.
It's 4-3-4-4. You want to do that math? That's 4-8-12-16. That's 15 games. So
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, 16 games have been played, and how many did I say? Six have been in overtime.
Yeah.
So that's a lot.
That's a lot.
You do the math at home, right? Yeah. We won't give you the percentage on that one.
Okay, so let's work in reverse. Well, let's talk about the Islanders last being the home team. Let's just get the other teams out. Dallas versus the Blues. I think this is a great series.
Excellent series.
And we talked about it because the Blues don't win in the playoffs. Dallas really hasn't had a chance to prove themselves in the playoffs. I thought Dallas was a great team coming into the playoffs, though. I thought they had
the Blues
a great
were
roster. The Blues are always a great team, but they don't win in the playoffs. Our correspondent Ethan Illers in Missouri is rooting hard for the Blues.
He's actually been to a Blues game in the playoffs. I think it was round 1.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah, that's a shame. You pay all that good playoff money and they lose, but still, it's a game nonetheless.
Break down the series, how it's gone so far. We've had Dallas, right? We've had Dallas.
You got Dallas, Blues, Dallas.
And Blues won in overtime, Dallas won in overtime. So obviously overtime not favoring one side over the other.
Definitely not.
Okay, so we're going to come into Game 5 with Dallas coming off a win in overtime. Who do you think wins this series now?
I got to say the Blues, to be honest. I just got to say, they've just been the better team this year. No, not really. Dallas has been technically the better team.
The better team, but the Blues always have a great team playing, and they just don't win in the playoffs.
The Blues have momentum this year. They don't win in the playoffs, but they've already won a series in the playoffs.
I think part of the question was, are their management safe if they lose in the first round again? And since that's gone, I think that Dallas can definitely put up a good fight to win this, and I think they do.
So you say Dallas?
I'll say Dallas, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll say the Blues.
Let's go into Sharks versus the Predators. Again, 2 teams that really have they don't have a place to be here, honestly, but they found their way in.
And one has to win.
One does have to win. They're tied also at 2 games apiece, which is huge because I think that these 2 sides are very evenly matched. But we had the Sharks, then we had the Predators and Predators. So
that last game that the Predators
triple overtime, the Sharks put up a fight. They both put up a fight. They lost. So now the Sharks Predators have a clear advantage coming into Game 5 because they've just won 2.
Obviously, yeah. I actually think, if
you think that carries over?
Overtime, double overtime, it may mean something, but when you win in triple overtime after coming down from...
Shows resilience.
They tied the series. It was 2-0, now it's 2-2. They won a triple overtime game. I'm going to say, you got to say the Predators.
To win that game.
Yeah, you got to say the Predators.
Or else you're down 3-1. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Predators.
I got to say the Predators.
I've doubted them the entire playoffs, so I definitely think that it's time I start hopping on board. Washington versus the Penguins, 2 teams that I really don't want to win.
But one has to win.
One has to win. And right now it looks like it might be the Penguins up 3-1. Who would have saw that one coming, honestly? I thought the Washington Capitals had a far better team. Penguins have played great throughout the playoffs, but I thought that the Washington Capitals just had the better team all in all.
But see, again, it's a different season in the playoffs. And the Penguins are a team that they're I would view them as the more, playoff experience, the more successful in the playoff team. Washington, they always seem to fall in this round or the first round. They're not going all the way, and it's a shame. It's like the Nationals. They make the playoffs, nothing happens.
I
Washington has teams like that.
Do you think the Penguins finish it out?
Absolutely.
Game 5?
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
think they end it 4-1, and that's it.
They're gonna end it now before it gets
Things
too
get
crazy
ahead.
for them. Yeah.
I think that Washington will put up a fight in Game 4, make it a 3-2, but I think Penguins ultimately win it. I think
You
it's
also-
too much of a hole to come
You got to remember too. Game 1 was the only game that Washington won, and that was in overtime.
yeah.
So it's not like they had a domination, type of
I
win.
still think they're the better team. I think when they start to show that they can play better, but again, it might be too late. That's my thing.
It's going to be too late.
Home team, Tampa Bay versus the Islanders. Please don't let it be a Penguins Islanders series because that would kill me and it would burn me right down here.
I'm sure.
But right now, Tampa Bay up 2-1. We have a game going on today. Game 4 happening tonight. Tampa Bay just won their last 2. They won it overtime recently. Islanders won the first one. That's the only one that they've won. Do you think that the home team wins today?
The Islanders?
Yeah.
I think they win the whole series.
Okay, what about today?
Today, I think they win too because how can you go down 3-1 and then win? It's very unlikely. I think
Ask
they're gonna.
the Rangers.
I know. I think though they're gonna come back.
Any other year.
Any other year except for this year. A little too late for that. But the Islanders have such a great team this year that they've just been performing the whole time, and they're the best wild card team.
I agree.
By far.
Agreed.
It's just amazing.
I think the Lightning win. I want the Lightning.
You want them to win.
But I think despite that, I think they win. I think they have a great team. And I think that the Islanders have a great team as well. I think they're evenly matched. But the Islanders got to be exhausted. They had the 3 overtime matches in the last series, and they already went into overtime in the series. I think it's
does that really carry over though from a whole series ago? It's not like
physicality. Yeah,
but you go to sleep at night. It's not like you wake up, you live throughout the whole entire overtime. It's not like you never go to sleep.
No,
you gotta recover sooner or later.
You recover, but they haven't stopped playing. They haven't really had that rest time. Like I feel like for each game, you need at least a week to really recover.
Think so?
And these guys are playing every other day. Yeah, I definitely think.
I don't know if overtime plays that much of a factor. I think the next day it does. But, from the last series...
Well, I disagree with you.
I don't think it's a big deal, but...
I think it's a big deal.
Neither of us could know. It depends player on player. Some players might actually play better in overtime.
I still disagree with you.
Sometimes I had 1 hour sleep, and next day I'd be great. So some of these guys might perform better, coming off an overtime win or even loss. I don't know. Some of these guys are crazy.
Well, we gotta move on, so...
Yeah.
We're going to move on to the NBA. I still think it matters.
I don't think so. We'll have a debate a different time, though.
Wow. Okay, so that was a good amount of time spent on that.
Yeah.
So let's go through the NBA playoffs. No home team, so there's really... Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm getting over a cold, okay, if you couldn't tell already.
You better not spread that to me. I don't want that stuff.
Don't worry. It's already passed. Now it's just at that stage where you
I think the viewers don't want to... They don't care.
So, no home teams, so we could really just look at what we were doing here. We have the Golden State Warriors taking on the Portland Trailblazers. They're already up 2-0. They're going to win the series.
They're going to win. But the Trailblazers are a good team. I wouldn't be surprised if they squeak out one win.
I wouldn't be surprised either if they
especially without Curry.
Out a win.
Yeah,
but they definitely are not up to the potential of the Golden State Warriors. Even without Curry, are just, I think, still the best team. Again, debatable between them and the San Antonio Spurs. But I'm willing to say now that I've seen them play without Curry, that they're the best team in the NBA, even without Curry.
I say Spurs take them on without Curry, Spurs win. It would be a close one. Yeah, we're disagreeing on a lot today.
What's the story, though?
But what we can agree on is that the Cavs are going to beat the Hawks. I don't think that's...
I disagree. No.
I was going to say, the Cavs are up 2-0 against the Hawks.
Drop pen.
And really, the Hawks have played abysmal because...
They played terribly.
No, look at the last game.
A fight.
Look at the last game. Record-breaking for the Cavs. 25 three-pointers. That's the most three-pointers in one game in the regular season, in the playoffs, championship, anytime whatsoever.
Their defense is
ever
asleep. Like, just utterly
obviously
asleep.
25 three-pointers?
And you know what? They look tired going up and down the court. Like, they don't look... They have the opportunity. It's not like the Cavs have blown them out of the water. They had opportunities, like, within the game to go atop or even tie it. But, again, they haven't taken advantage. Yeah, I think they lose.
This is a good... I mean,
we'll save
the
it
Cavs, all
Let's
these...
go with the Spurs and the Thunder.
Okay, Spurs and the Thunder.
1-1. I think we both thought the Spurs are going to win this series.
Obviously, why not?
I still think they're going to win this series.
That's going to be the only win that Thunder get. If they get any more, I'm surprised. Yeah, it's going to be 4-1.
Okay. I'm not going to disagree with you because I feel like I have a weak argument for it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see this go to 6, but I don't think it will.
If they get anything, it's one more win. If they somehow make it to Game 7, I'm completely wrong, but I think it would surprise everybody, including the people on ESPN and everything, all the professionals. So no one's expecting the Oklahoma City Thunder to win. I'm not expecting it to happen. I'm not even expecting it to come close.
Okay. Raptors Heat, 2 overtime finishes, 2 different results, honestly.
Yeah.
It's enough for a playoff basketball game to go into overtime, but to go into overtime twice and then have different results each time, I think that was amazing.
Yeah, and the most recent game, they switched leads so many times as well. These two teams are just not playing well.
We both had the Raptors going on. I thought the Raptors would be playing a lot better than they are.
No, I think we had the Raptors going on from last series that they were in.
Oh, I thought we just had a general understanding that they would advance on. I have the Raptors. What about you?
It's tough. I'm going to say, actually, the Heat will advance. You know, they have the better players because, what's his name?
I disagree with you.
Lowry or whatever his name is, what's his name? Kyle or Kyrie Lowry from the Raptors.
Kyrie Irving or...
No, I think it's Lowry. Yeah, anyway, he's been doing nothing in the playoffs.
Well, I feel like you have a lot of underperformers on both sides, but...
How so? Who's underperforming on the Heat?
They haven't really won right with the series, and they were.
No, I'm saying like individual performances.
No, as a team, I feel like they're underperforming. But we already mentioned that. So yeah, it's unnecessary to mention it again. But I mean, you got guys.
Both teams are underperforming. Yeah, both teams are underperforming.
I mean, listen, you have Wade, right? He's supposed to be the star.
Oh, who's out? No, one of them's out. Bosh, I think, is out.
Bosh is out. Well, Miami had a whole. That was a whole thing coming into the series. They were unhealthy. Yeah. But either way, that's what bothered me about the Raptors because I thought they'd do better against an injured Miami Heat team.
True.
But they're obviously not. But I still think they pull out a victory.
Now that I'm thinking about that injury, I'm gonna change right now. I'm going to do a 360. I'm saying the Raptors will win.
Because why? Because I don't understand why you're changing your pitch.
Chris Basha, I'm pretty sure he's injured. They said he's not going to be playing for the rest of the season. They're not going to win without Chris Bosh.
Okay, but you don't think it's a testament to how bad the Raptors have been that they haven't been able to pull out a regulation victory, even against this mixed up, beaten down.
But the Heat haven't either.
Yeah, but the Raptors aren't injured.
I know, but they've got poor production from one of their best players.
Okay.
You can say the same thing about the Heat, but they're not gonna. There's no chance.
I just like to disagree. I'm even pushing them away from being on my side. Okay. We disagree with a lot. You want to hear more disagreements? We got another episode coming up. This concludes our NBA NHL playoff segment, which we're gonna have again next week because. The playoffs.
Still playoff time.
Playoffs. Until the playoff ends, we'll be here. Hopefully I'll sound a lot better. Until then, I'm Raphael Leah.
And I'm John Jackson. This has been The Man Cave.